Thanking you. All right, guys, so I'm going to get stuck in tonight's meeting. I want to welcome all 124 of you badasses for rocking up to this Monday night meeting. I understand sometimes Mondays suck. You're back at work, you're back at the grind, but you've still been able to take some of that time and be like, fuck this. I don't want to work for the rest of my life. I'm going to spend an hour of my day on a call with these lovely ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Yep, nailed it. Perfect. English? Good. Talisha? Thank you. All right, so a lot of people lately have been asking me about the Amazon store. Now, for the first 15 months in my career online, we had the one offer, it was enagic. And enagic is always going to be your core offer. Why? Amazon's great, it earns you good money, but it might only be around for 5 or 6 years. So you don't want to put all your eggs in a basket with Amazon and stop putting your effort into building a long-term company with enagic, because then after 5 years, you know, that's where you're at. So I would always say that the forefront of your energy needs to be building your enagic team, because you're building wealth and you're also building a business that has a purpose, right? You're spreading the healthiest water on planet Earth. You're helping the environment because you're getting rid of all the fucking plastic bottles that everybody's drinking. And people no longer have to use harmful chemicals which are hurting their children and their family, because they can now use the machine. So I think ethically and morally, it makes a lot more sense to build your wealth, your bank account, and your business around a company that's been around for 50 years like enagic. That being said, there are people out there who simply cannot figure out enagic or do not want to do it. Then they don't give a fuck about water. They couldn't give a shit if their kids drink out of the puddle in the backyard, right? And for the people like that who've got a lot of money and they can afford to buy an Amazon store and they don't care about health, isn't one of their values, and they can't see themselves profiting with enagic, Amazon is a good choice for them. It's our role to help people change their lives forever. If we have something that's more suited to them, well, then we need to provide that option for them. And that could be Amazon. Now, in Australian dollars, the Amazon stores are about 32.5. Sounds like a lot of money, but people pay a lot more for businesses that don't give them any returns. So far, the returns we're seeing after owning an Amazon store for around 6 months, the return on investment is between $8,000 and let's say $20,000 every month. Profit, take home, in your sleep, you'll probably get a good 4 or 5 years out of that. Now, that being said, people need to have that upfront capital. They need to have that $32,500, and they need to have about $10,000 on float, so the drop shippers can borrow against that to get products and inventory, etc. But you don't need to do anything. They do the inventory, they send out the products, they do the product research, etc., etc. What you're paying for is for them to build your team, build your store, handle all the LLCs, the contracts, etc. So if you know people who are more suited to this, for example, my dad isn't going to build a personal brand. He's not going to build a fucking YouTube channel. He doesn't want to talk to people, all the rest of it. But he might have enough money in his superannuation to start building an income, because my dad's been working for the same company for 35 years and still has to check his accounts when he goes out to dinner with the family to make sure he doesn't spend too much. I'm sorry. The fact that somebody's worked 35 years for a company and he still has a scarcity around money is a fucking travesty. Is that travesty or travesty? Yeah, right word. And I feel for the man, right? And that's why these opportunities are good for people like that, who've got that money but don't have the confidence to build a brand or try to sell enagic, etc. You know, 4 or 5 years with Amazon might be enough to set them up. Enagic is long term. Why? Because you can help more people. It doesn't cost as much to get involved. And realistically, you only need 2 people to do well for you to get to 682-3. And we all know what happens when you get to 682-3. You're set up for life, right? Well, I was able to find 50 people who were doing really well. So I'll have no issue getting there. And the fact that I've only been in this business now for not even 2 years yet, and I'm well on my way to 682-3, which is legacy income, which is bonuses every single month that would outweigh any construction industry wage, tells me that enagic is the way to go. Safa, could you please mute everybody and I'll unmute myself? Just give me a... Thank you, Safa. I appreciate you. All right. So who's Amazon for? Amazon's for people who've got $50,000 on hand. They're looking to invest it. They're not interested in marketing. Or more importantly, why was Amazon introduced into ACE? Well, there were people in our company who were making 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand, $500,000, and then had no idea, had no relationship with money, had no idea what to do with money, and were blowing it on shit, blowing it on fancy cars, fancy jewelry, Rolexes, 5-star fucking penthouses, spending it on alcohol, all this shit, and then they had no money left, right? So what we wanted to do was create a system where people actually have that money, now they've got something to invest that money in. Now they can invest that money in an Amazon store, which is going to set them up even more long term. So instead of people just coming in, making all this money and having no idea what to do with it, we've actually got a goal now long term. We've actually got something we can do with our money to generate more wealth, right? Because we don't want to have to work forever. We want to have our money dance. Your object is to make your money dance for you. I understand a lot of people on this call are probably still new, and your perception of reality is we need to go to work and every hour our boss gives us a little bit of money. Well, when you're an entrepreneur, it doesn't work like that. Hell, you might work 10 hours and get paid nothing, or you might go to sleep and make 20 grand a month because what you built was a system that fucking works. And here, myself, Sapphire, Brett and Molly, the other leaders, we're going to teach you how to build your own ATM that sits in the bed next to you and spits out cash if you set up your system correctly. Because I've been able to build myself a business now that earns me more money every single month while I'm asleep than I ever earned working in construction. And within 6 months, I was earning more money than what my boss was earning. And that tells me that I need to do whatever it takes to share this message with you guys because I believe in it. And if I was able to do it, there is nothing in this world stopping you from being able to do it. So let me tell you guys a little bit about my story. I know 90% of you guys will know it, but fuck, I've heard it's a little bit inspiring, so I want to share it for the new people who are either on the fence or they've just started out. November 2017, I commented on an ad on Facebook and I asked for more info. I was the first person ever to comment on that person's ad. And within 2 weeks, I bought my machines. I'll see if you can see it. There's one of mine there. I bought my machine and I was off to the races, right? This was less than 2 years ago. In February 2018, I basically replaced my whole income from construction. Now, I had no experience in marketing. I didn't own a laptop. I was pretty good at sales, although I didn't know it at the time. I had a little bit of experience doing door-to-door sales. But apart from that, I didn't pass year 10. The army wouldn't even accept me. I ran away from home at 16. My parents thought I was a wanker that was never going to achieve anything in his life, right? I was a high school dropout. I was on drugs for 3 years of my life. I was addicted to drugs. I was going nowhere fast. And the reason why I tell you this, if I was able to turn my life around so much to be such a straight shooter now that's actually inspiring people on stages, traveling the world, I paid off a third of my house and I haven't even been living in here a whole month yet. Like, if I was able to change my life that much, imagine what some of you guys could do who possibly had a better start at life than what I did. And I want to use my message to inspire you. And you guys who are building a company with enagic, you're getting paid to share your authentic message that's authentic to you. I was able to build this massive team through telling people I'd spent 3 years in prison, that I spent years couch surfing, I spent time sleeping on park benches. Fuck, I used to have to steal food from Coles and cook it at the local park just to have something to fucking eat. Right? Like, that was my life. That was my upbringing. You wouldn't know it when I'm standing on stage flashing my fucking Gucci and Louis Vuitton shirt and people might think, fuck, look at him, he's got all this stuff. Of course I'm going to show that shit because most of my life I didn't have nothing. I didn't have nothing. And we weren't put on this world to only have things in life that we quote unquote justify that we need. Oh, I don't need that, so I won't have it. I don't need a nice car, so I won't get it. Our kids don't need the best of everything, so we won't get it. You no longer need to justify what you have in life from what quote unquote your neighbors or your family think you need. Because frankly, there was a 1 in 400 trillion chance that you were ever going to even be born. Those statistics enough should tell you that you should get from life what you fucking want, not what you need, right? You get to have whatever it is in life that you want. If you want a nice car, get it, right? If you want the most beautiful partner or the most amazing relationship, go after it and get it. If you want more out of your business, get it. If you want to make $50,000 a month and your dad says money isn't everything, son, it's not going to buy you happiness, go get the 50 grand a month. Just because he's broke, you don't need to take his advice, okay? I want to let you guys know that I've got your back in this. I was able to completely replace my income, change my life, travel around the world, but more importantly, now I've got the money. Money doesn't motivate me now. Seeing you guys make money, light me up. And it's not the money. I don't see the dollars in your bank accounts, but I see the glow in your eyes. I see the glimmer in your heart. I see husbands and wives looking at each other, laughing at how much their life has changed. When 2 years ago, their relationship was probably on the rocks because all they did was fucking work all the time and couldn't put any time into their relationship. And now they're more in love than ever, probably traveling around the world and don't have to worry about their mortgage anymore. That's what lights me up. Going to events and people who signed up to the program 6 months ago and now speaking on stage, just tripping out like they're on stage talking, like, look at all these people looking at me. That's what I love, right? Around February or before, I was able to get Abbas and Safa and Brent and Molly in my team. And I think it was around February 2018, somewhere around that stage. They were within the first 10 people that I got involved into the program. Well, they've gotten themselves to 6A and almost 6A2 in the business, which means they now collect bonuses, which the bonuses alone, even if they never made another direct sale, would almost be enough for them to never, ever have to work again, which I think is very, very powerful. And I want to congratulate you guys. And the reason I bring that up is there is something like 3 billion people on Facebook. 3 billion. I found 2 out of those 3 billion. So why don't you 143 open up your minds and think, fuck, Brody got a couple of them. There's literally still millions of people out there who need these machines. And some of them are going to be guns who are going to make me hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, in the next 10 years. Go get them. I know I'm going to be attracting them into my business because I work hard daily. I take my notes, I read my books, I show up to meetings, I create trainings, I learn about the products. So I'm going to attract bosses to me. How do you attract leaders to you? How do you attract bosses to you? You show up in your own life as a boss. You show up in your own life as the leader you are, right? From the morning, from the time you wake up until the night. That's right, Adam, you've got 2 as well. You got 2 absolute guns. There's a lot of legends I see moving through the ranks at the moment. Elise and Josh, Abbas and Safa, Brent and Molly, like, you guys have all got, you guys are set for life. You could turn off the internet right now and you know you're good. And that must be a very safe feeling. I feel like a lot of people go through life feeling unsafe. They feel like they are a slave to their job because if they don't go, they can't pay their mortgage, they can't pay their car payments, they can't put food on the table. But imagine being so far ahead of your mortgage repayments that you could just say, well, you know what? I'm taking off for a year and we're going to pull the kids out of school and this is what we're doing because we're safe, we have the money and we'll work out shit in 12 months from now. Imagine having that freedom. I feel like that's a massive driving factor to why you should give this every single thing that you've got, because it's got the potential to give back to you more than you'll ever get at your current job. So yes, at your job right now, you trade your time, you do a job, you get paid. And I understand as an entrepreneur, sometimes you can go 6 months, quote unquote, doing everything you think you can. But as you move through the business, you realize you always could have done a little bit more, did a little bit better. But then you eventually get to a stage where you've created a cash machine which pays you out on the regular, right? All right. So I was able to hit 6A in 6 months because of my great attitude and my great gratitude. I was so grateful for the opportunity that I had that every waking hour I put into this business. There's 2 aspects of gratitude. One is what you feel. I'm grateful for this. I'm so grateful for that. And you speak. But it's also the actions you take because you're grateful of something. If you were truly grateful for your amazing coach, team, your enagic products, ACE, etc., would you be doing more than what you're currently doing for your business if you were really that grateful for it? And I feel like that's how my gratitude came in. I was like, I am so lucky that I even had the coolionies to comment info on that ad, because 90% of men would comment, it's a scam, it's a fucking pyramid scheme, and all this other shit. But for whatever reason, I must have been having a good day because I commented info and I didn't care what anybody else had to say. Thank God I commented info. I could have easily let my dad, let my family, let my friend next door, let all kinds of broke people talk me out of it with their broke mindset, which I also had. But for some reason, I was smart enough to understand that if the one person I was speaking to was making the money I wanted to make, I was willing to take his advice, even though he lived in America, over the 10 or 15 people who told me I was getting ripped off. Well, who's getting ripped off now? And you know what? Not only that, I've literally shown these friends my bank statements, like yearly incomes in a fortnight, and they still don't have the courage to join. So it was never the fact that they actually thought it was a scam. It was simply because their own self-limiting beliefs they wanted to push onto me, because they knew they were way too scared to ever take up an opportunity like this. So please, I want you guys to take that in and maybe write that down. Next time somebody puts their beliefs onto you, just realize that's their beliefs. That's not the reality here. After reaching 6A2, I knew I was set for life. And I am no different to you. I'm a normal Aussie dude. If you may be from Canada, New Zealand, America, whatever. I'm a normal Aussie dude. I grew up in the western suburbs of Melbourne in a tiny ass town called Melton, which was like the bong capital city of Australia. Like, I was going nowhere living there. Elise and Josh, you know where that is. You live close enough, right? Like, I was not supposed to succeed at life. If you had looked at all the statistics and gave it to anybody who knew anything about crime or people who do well in life, it wasn't going to be Brody fucking Nitro. But guess what? I changed it around. I educated myself. I gave 100% effort to my mentor, this program, doing the training, reading books on success, right? And it changed my life forever. All right, so I've gone on a bit of a rant there. Let me take my jacket off. It's getting hot in here. I've got to take off all my clothes. Talisha's already got those on. All right. So I want to give Safa a massive congratulations, because I know she's been getting sign-ups falling out of the absolute sky. Safa, if you wanted to say something for maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'll get the three ladies on.
Yeah, sure. So I just want to apologize before if my audio cuts out or I freeze like halfway. I do apologize. Internet is the way of the future, and I'm trying my best. Okay, guys. So 18 months ago, it was in January of 2018. Abbas signed up on the 6th of January 2018 because he was forced to go back to work. He did not want to go back to work. He had actually been given a, way say that he's allowed to go off until the 14th, but they made him come back to work because they didn't have any security guards left. Abbas came from the security industry. I came from the childcare industry. I went back to work on the 6th as well. We were working 100 to 105 hours a week between us. We have 2 kids. The only day that we had to look after our kids and literally do any form of life without work is literally just Sunday. And what we're awake for 12 hours a day. You're supposed to fit in family time, fit in sleep, fit in DIYs, fit in housework, fit in family time, fit in events, fit in everything, cramming everything into 12 hours. Do you know how hard that is? If you guys work the 9 to 5 or the 6 to 6, you guys will understand. Did we come from a sales and marketing background? Absolutely not. We did not come from a sales and marketing background. All we freaking knew was this. We were willing to pay $190,000 to get rid of our boss by buying a truck run, 2 truck runs. Each one of them was going to cost us $80K each. 80K or 90K? 90K or 80K? I can't remember exactly. Okay? They were going to guarantee us $2,500 a week. Before petrol, before insurance, before our employees, before gas. Before anything, that's what they were guaranteeing us. And we were going to pay it. What a joke. But Abbas still has to wake up at 6 a.m. Abbas still has to work 6 to 6, 7 to 7. And when you own your own boss, own your own business, have your own kids, is it really the lifestyle? No, they just sold us or try and sell us the real scam. When Abbas came across Brody commented info. Give me a second, please. Okay, play it. Abbas, Brody commented info. Abbas inboxed Brody and told him, what do you do? Off a go live. Abbas spoke to Brody, and I promised to God, at the time I had gone on a holiday, and I came back, and Abbas had already bought his products. And the money that he was supposed to be paying was supposed to pay for our 2-week trip to Bali. Sorry, 5-day trip to Bali. I'm like, hello? I'm like, excuse me? He's like, what? I'm like, where did our Bali fund go? He's like, I bought a business. I'm like, what business did you buy? He's like, well, it's an online business. I love every aspect of business, but was I sure on what my husband had embarked online? Absolutely freaking not. But I trusted in my husband. God bless him. And it was the best thing I've ever done. I'm like, it can go one of two ways. If it's a scam, great. But if it wasn't, it could have been the best damn thing he has ever done. And God bless him right now, because it was the best thing. Within our first 12 months online, we had already made 6 figures. Our second year, first 12 months online, we had made 6 figures. Our second year online, we're about to hit the 7-figure mark. And we've already bought our Amazon store. What I'm trying to say, I don't care about the money, guys. It's the growth. I remember looking at my husband and telling him, I'm like, I feel like I'm living with a stranger. I don't even have time to look at this guy. I don't even have time to like say, hello, how are you? He feels like a person, like a, what is it called? A roommate. Marriage is not supposed to be something that, like that. I mean, you work for your kids. You work for the future of your family, not the other way around. You're supposed to spend more time with your family. That's the way it's supposed to be. But life gets ahead of us, right? Life gets ahead of us. Money needs to be made. Bills need to be paid. But what they don't tell us, guys, is the system is broken. We're following a broke system, a robotic system. If you're working 105 hours a week and only living on your Sundays, do you know you're working 80% and 85% of your freaking life? For what? That's why you got 144 entrepreneurs who are destined for more, because they told themselves, I'm going to go against the status quo, against the grain, against everything that I've ever been told about money. We're hungry entrepreneurs, guys. And if you are a newbie, I want to congratulate you, because what you have embarked on, just being on this call, is something that you will take with you for life. Even if you take away from this meeting one thing and use it in your practical life from any one of these people, and then you go use it somewhere else in your life, I'll be happy.
Thank you.
Okay. No worries, man.
Appreciate you. And you know what, guys? Safa's absolutely correct. Like, the money's amazing, but do you know how many other just life events have happened thanks to like this business? Do you know how many people like had serious health concerns, and thanks to this water, they're no longer sick, right? That alone would be a win. Let's say we were only selling the product for the benefit of the product and you couldn't actually make money from it, even though it makes no sense, right? But it was just for the product. We would have changed a lot of people's lives just for the health, right? Which is amazing as well. Do you know, I've literally, and I'm not going to share too much details, but I've had people tell me that they were on the brink of suicide, but because of this team environment and because of the personal development and the events, we gave them a reason to live. And that's got nothing to do with business. That's got nothing to do with money. But I just want to show you guys how powerful what we are doing here actually is, right? It's a very powerful thing. Like, there's people on here who maybe were struggling with something very seriously because of our program. Now they know about Adrian Wesley, and now they're getting to speak to him, and they're dealing with some deep-seated stuff or traumas that happened to them. And they never even would have known that there was help like that available if it wasn't for joining this system. What we are doing here has a massive butterfly effect outside of just dollar bills, right? And I believe that's what the next 3 people who will be talking are going to be going into detail with. Before I do that, I want to congratulate all the Sydney guys. You guys had a Sydney meetup. It was great to see the turnout and the photos. Everyone always leaves with such an amazing vibe about them after they go to these events and catch up with the team. Just so everybody on here is aware, we all meet up. This isn't some fucking cult where we're just on the other side of a computer and nobody actually knows each other. We all meet up. I literally travel around Australia to meet everybody. I moved my whole house just to be closer to the majority of my team. Sorry, Abbas and Safa. And, we've got an event coming up on July 20th and 21st where they're going to be handing out over $50,000 worth of prizes just to come to the event. They're probably not even going to profit from the event, but they want to get so many people there to teach you guys more about Amazon, more about enagic, more about Ace, right? And there's going to be Alex Tripod's going to be speaking. A lot of you guys know about Alex Tripod. Sam Cawthon or something. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I always say the Hawthorn player's name, whoever that is, right? And Josh knows who I'm talking about. There's going to be a lot of big speakers. Travis Fox, Brian Hodgkinson, myself. A lot of the guys and girls in here will be speaking as well. It's a must to that event. And just as importantly, if you've got family, friends, leads who you think could possibly be someone who would like to invest in their future, get them to that event because they will not leave without having their lives changed. All right, so I'm going to go over how I close my enagic calls. This meeting is going to go longer than an hour. Once it hits the hour mark, you're more than welcome to leave, but it probably is the meeting that you want to stay the whole length of. I know Kirsty and Gary didn't want to go first. Who else did I ask? Alex and Luke. Alex and Luke, are you guys on here?
Yeah, we're on here.
Ready.
Hey, if you guys just wanted to drop 3, 4, 5 minutes worth of whatever to give some information to the 147 people who are on here about what's going right for you at the moment in the business, what's changed for you?
Yeah, 100%. Can I quickly give a quick shout out first? Is that all right?
Yes, go for it.
Just wanted to give a quick shout out to Marcus and Steph and Dylan. They're on here tonight from our team, their first meeting. So really wrapped that they're on here. But yeah, we'll give a couple of points about, I just want to talk about, other than obviously the financial aspect of this business, what else this obviously business has given us, because we all talk about the money and everything else, but there's so much more to this business than just the money side of things. So I'll get Luke just to talk about the first point in regards to like personal development and stuff like that.
All right. So for anyone that doesn't know me, my name's Luke. I wasn't a confident person doing this, but coming into this business, I have developed, couldn't read properly. I wasn't confident and a few other things along with those lines. So what this business has done for me, I'm around people every single day that want what I want. And if somebody wants what you want, especially a group of 148 people, that's something very special to be around. Because people that are winning around you, it motivates you. You want to do it. Like there's so many leaders in here that I look up to. Like there's so many, Abbas and Safa, Brody, Brent, Molly, Josh and Elise.
The list is endless. Like you guys inspire us every day. Like we used to sit down before this business. We used to sit and we used to talk about our goals and like what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do them. And anyone we spoke to about it would kind of make us doubt ourselves or make us think that it wasn't possible. Everyone that's in this team constantly inspires us every single day to not only just do well in the business, but to do well for ourselves as well and personally do well. And I think that's that's probably the biggest aspect for us, other than money. It's the team environment.
Reading audio books, not getting pissed every single weekend, not spending Sundays with the hangover. I'll literally, every single day, we just want to go. I want to go as a person and I want to be a leader to my family. So I'm not around people that would just constantly drink alcohol and then the next day I'll be fucked or I'll be hangover and do nothing. So that's the biggest change for me as well. I've cut down my drinking a lot because I want to self-develop myself because I want to be a leader and I know how much money this business will set us up for life. But as you all know, yeah, that's right. And the harder you work, the more time you put into it, the more time you put into yourself, not even the business, yourself, your business will grow.
Yeah.
So self-development is just,
and just loving what we're doing. We just love what we're doing. Like there is so many times during a week where I just want to like send Brody a voice message and just be like, thank you so much. We love you. Da, 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 da. And it's not because we've made thousands and thousands of dollars doing this. It's because I genuinely love what I do every day. We genuinely wake up in the morning and we love talking about what we do. Like, so does Rocco. We genuinely, like, we love it. We love it. So other than money, it's just happiness, really.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. And you are getting the result because you've got a good attitude. Barbie. All right. Thank you, guys. Alicia, do you want to jump on?
Yeah, for sure. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right. I'm sorry. I had to do it on my phone because my laptop audio, I don't know what's going on.
That's all right.
So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Alicia. I'm actually only 20 years old. So I'm one of the youngest out of probably everyone. I think me and Ali's my upline. So me and her, we're both the same age. So we really connect. I started, 6 months ago, and it was absolutely incredible. I knew straight away, like as soon as I finished high school, I was like, there's no fucking way that I'm going to work my ass off. Like, I'm a nurse. There's no freaking way I'm going to work my ass off as a nurse till I'm 60, and not even have that financial freedom, I guess, to do what I want. And I really want to go camping all the time and travel, and I don't want to be stuck down in just one city and have money problems pretty well. So that's why I said yes. And I wasn't going to let anyone around me, dictate what I thought or tell me not to do this opportunity, because it's the best fucking thing that I've ever done. I still don't have really anyone around me that I guess agrees with what I'm doing. All my friends, obviously, they're in construction, like Brody was.
I know. I'm
they do office jobs, and they see what I do, and they're like, oh, why are you doing that? Why aren't you working like a normal job? And I still work as a nurse, like, don't get me wrong. I probably will continue to do that. I'm only working maybe one day a week at the moment because I purely just focus on my business. I fucking love it. I enjoy it. I wake up so driven, and I just want to succeed to the absolute best that I can. So, yeah, at the moment, I've got 7 ads running at the moment. Look, it's all about trial and error, guys. What's going to work for, Molly and Brent's not going to work for you. You've just got to test out everything possible and figure out what's going to make you those 50K months. So I've got 7 ads running at the moment. 3 of them videos are for my custom audiences. I've got I've got the ad running for leads, but that's tested twice, so I get double the amount of leads pretty well. And I've been found that that's working pretty good. But it's just a trial and error, like I said. I think just the most important thing is to be yourself and just keep on going, don't stop. If you have any negative thoughts, the best thing to do is I just jump straight on YouTube, or I go onto Alex Tripod's page and I just find a video that's going to uplift me, or just sit down, take a breather. I have found 3 of my closest friends in this business, so they always help me no matter what I do. I've got Ali, Amber, and Chelsea. They are my fucking rock, and I couldn't do this without them. Also, Brody, Molly, and Brent, I look up to them so much, and I always message them. I know that I can be annoying, but I look up to them so much, and I think what they do is amazing, and they just want what's best for their team, and they don't care about how much effort they give into their team. They just want to help everyone else, and I think that's awesome. So just keep going, never give up, and just set your intention, guys. Make sure that you know what you want, and just don't stop until you've got it pretty well. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Now, obviously, being at 20 years of age, it must have been a little bit maybe daunting for you when you came across this opportunity. I know myself personally, I don't usually run my ads to 20-year-olds just because I found that kind of right on the head to be starting a business like this. They always want to go out partying. But when I speak to you, it's like I'm speaking to a 30-year-old adult. First of all, how did you find the means to even come into the enagic business? And second of all, I know you've got some big goals. Do you mind sharing them?
All right. So I already had money behind me to invest in this business. So money was never really an issue for me. even if I never found this opportunity, I wouldn't have like money problems. Obviously, being a nurse, it's good pay. So I straight away jumped on the opportunity, invested in the machines, and let me add, the water is freaking awesome. Like, I love the taste of it. I know everyone's like, oh, water's water, but no, this water is good. I've got the capsules as well when they're soap, and they're both awesome. So I wasn't gonna let anything get in my way of, you know, my dreams coming true. So I want a property really bad. I've always been a country girl. I want a property. I want animals. I want some, animals. I want to travel. I'm hoping in the next 12 months buy a 79 series and go travel Australia and go see everything I possibly can, because why go overseas when Australia is the best freaking country to live in, honestly. And then, once I've done that, settle down and just live my life and just, you know, have no stress at all.
Perfect. I love it. Tell you what, if I'd have started this business at 20 years of age,
I'm so glad I did, because finding it at 20, holy shit, like, I'm going to be making so much money by 25, you know, it's going to be ridiculous.
Yes, you are. You're going to be making so much money by December. You will be 6A and above. You have the potential to overtake me, which I don't say about people. I know it is. I know it is. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Kirsty, are you on here?
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah, good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome. So, guys, I just wanted to get on here tonight and introduce myself. So I'm on my own because I do want to see everyone staring back at me. So I'm 39 and Gary is 43. We have 3 kids and he works FIFO. I'm a student nurse, and Gary's been doing FIFO for just over 10 years now. So it has been really difficult. You know, before we came into this business, you know, and marriage has been on the rocks for a while. Gary's missed so much opportunity with the kids and their milestones, and I can't remember the last Christmas he was home. So we didn't really have an end in sight. And so when we came across this opportunity, we really had nothing to lose. So we jumped on board, and our lives have been so different. It hasn't just been about the financial freedom for us, like most people say. I used to think the people that meditated and did self-development were batshit crazy, but turns out I was a batshit crazy one, because since I've been doing that, my confidence is growing. Before we came into this business, I was a hermit crab. I didn't even like going to the shops on my own. I would get major anxiety. So this is a massive thing for me. I think I've only done 1 go live. So I'm putting myself out there, and I really encourage everyone to just, you know, if something scares you, you just need to face those fears and go for it, because you're not going to learn and grow. But some wins for us this week. Gary put an ad on a few days ago, and within 48 hours we had 10 leads. So that was really exciting. We're talking to lots more people. And what else? Gary is hopeless with computers, but he's getting really good. Turns out he's got the winning ad. I don't. But yeah, you don't need experience. The step-by-step training and the mentorship and friendships that we've made is second to none. We have never been happier. We're getting along better. We know that there's Gary's coming home at Christmas. We will replace his income. So we're really, really excited, and we would never go back to working 9 to 5 ever again after this. So I hope I gave you some value.
You did. Thank you so much. And thank you for having the courage to come out here and do this, because it's going to help you when you're building your brand and doing your business, etc. So
yeah,
I look forward to seeing you guys on stage. Thank you. All right, guys. So it's time to get into some more information. Hopefully you're all feeling very inspired tonight. I'm sure you are. First of all, I wanted to show you guys a fast-paced version of how I go through my enagic calls and the information that I go over. Now, when I first jump on a call with someone, before anything else, I want to know, are you still doing that to me, Safa? What's up?
Did you want to go over mine before we go over yours?
I've still got more stuff to do, so I'll do this, then you can jump on, right?
Perfection. Cool.
That's my middle name, Brody for Perfection Nitro. So basically I get someone on a call and I want to find out their pain points again, right? I want to find it because when it comes to investing this kind of money, people's alarm bells start going off and they're like, fuck, what if I fail? It's money, this, that, blah, 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 right? At the end of the day, money is money. Literally, machines can create more of it. Time, you'll never get back. So you always need to remind people of that. Yes, you're investing your money, but you're investing money, paper, bullshit, so you can get time. Time is your whole life. Without it, you're dead, right? Money you can always get more of, okay? Even if for whatever reason you failed at this business because you quit after 3 months and you didn't try enough things, you'd still have a life-changing machine and you can always make that money back. But the time you work between now and 70, that's time you never get back, right? I'm 30 years of age almost. Let's say I live to 90. I've got 2 more of what I've already done and it's over. 2 more of what I've done and it's over. I'm already at 30. I get 3 of them total, get to about 90, kick the bucket. 2 more of what I've done and it's done. That is why I spend my time on this business and not pushing wheelbarrows for some other mug. Does that make sense, guys? Life is very short, right? Very short. It costs $5,000 for a machine. Okay, well, you either invest in your health and your family's health now, or wait until your kids are 25 and you're 70, 60, 70, and then you've got to pay hospital bills out the ass because your diet was so acidic and you didn't buy that water off Luke and Alex when they gave you a chance to do it. And now you're paying more in hospital bills because you didn't look after yourself. We either invest in our health now or we sacrifice our bank accounts later to pay for it because we didn't listen out, right? So that's one of the ways I put it into perspective. How much does it cost to go buy a good treadmill? Probably $5,000. Why? Because it's for your health. How much does it cost to drive through Macca's and buy Macca's for the whole family? Maybe $150. It's cheap because it's shit for your health. Health costs money. It is what it is. Can you get cheaper products that do a shitter job? Of course you can, like anything else. You never see enagic comparing themselves to any other products. Why? Because they are the best. They don't even pay for advertising. They don't even put themselves on Google because they know their product is that good. They can just pay us dividends to do the advertising for them. Hungry Jack's motto, what is it? Our burgers are the best or some shit, right? Because they're comparing themselves to McDonald's and everybody, Macca's, because Macca's is the actual best. Macca's isn't, we make better burgers than Hungry Jack's. They don't give a fuck about Hungry Jack's because they're too busy making money. That's the same as what you guys need to think about enagic. We are the best. The burgers are better with enagic. Who gives a fuck about what everyone else Chinese models are making with their $100 fucking Chinese machine that you can buy from Bunnings? That's not going to help your health. People pay $50,000 to invest in a kebab stand, leave it on the corner of St. Albans for 2 years, don't turn a fucking profit, and then they're stuck with a kebab stand that all they can do is maybe scrap the scrap metal and maybe get $5,000 back. Even if you failed at this business, you've still got a life-changing product that's going to help your kids be healthier. You're getting something for your money that's worth money. That's what you need to draw for people. Because they're shitting themselves. Their partner's telling them don't fucking do it. Their boss is telling them don't do it because they don't want to lose their worker. And their parents are probably telling them don't do it because their parents didn't even have the internet when they were growing up. So the idea you can make money on a computer seems fucking mind-blowing to them, right? So you need to present the picture for people. Yes, you are investing about $5,000, but here are your other options. You can either keep trading your time for $35 an hour and work until you're 70, and then when you retire, you can enjoy walking around in your walking frame around fucking Bali and see how much adventures you have then. Do you know what I mean? Or you can have a crack at this, and if you're only 20% good at it, lucky they're high-ticket items because that'll be enough money to help you travel around the world. At a young enough age, you and the missus can actually have fucking fun. That's the picture I paint for people, okay? That is, and it's not a hard picture to paint. And don't expect everybody to agree with you or to understand. It wasn't until I bought my brand new car and built my house that my dad actually said, you know what, son, I am fucking proud of you. I thought you were in a pyramid scheme and I didn't know why the fuck people would be drinking water. But clearly I'm the mug that's worked 35 years for a company that gives me a pay rise of $1,000 here and there. You know what I mean? Not in uncertain terms of that. Show results. Don't let their opinions dictate where you're going. Because if you want a life like 90% of the rest of them, well, just settle for your hourly wage and cross your fingers that the pension's still around when you turn 65, 70. And when you're 70, organise an amazing trip around the world and perfect, your life's sorted. Or take a fucking risk now and go do some backflips off some cliffs in Mexico and fucking Thailand and film the shit and make some money because you're an online marketer. That sounds a lot more fun to me. And that was something that I wanted to be involved with. I was going to invest my money anyway. I was either going to invest it in Bitcoin, start a storage company. I was going to go buy and sell shit from garage sales like Gary Vee. I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always, for some reason, known I wasn't going to work for the rest of my life. Why? Because the ages between 10 and 16, all I wanted to do was spend time with my fucking dad. My dad was so busy from working 10 hours a day. He got the best role, the most high-paying job in his business. He was on good money, and he was still always stressed about money, and he still did not have enough time to kick the footy with me out the front, ever, because he was so tired from work. And that embedded in some people, that would embed money's hard to come by and you need to work really hard for money. That's how most people, kids would have taken that. Me, I said, fuck that. I ain't working for the rest of my life because then if I have kids, I can't kick the footy with them. So either I need to not have kids so I can have money, or I need to learn how to be an online fucking entrepreneur, which I figured out how to do in November 2017. So that's one of the ways I paint a picture. If you're going to start a business, it's going to cost you a lot more than $5,000. You're not going to get a product, that's going to give you this, and you need to be there every single day to make money, right? Whereas this business, you build it, and then you get to turn yourself into a leader, and then your team helps you make money. Some people will call that a pyramid scheme. The word pyramid scheme in MLM, for me, is just a fancy term people who are too scared to do this themselves use to let their self-limiting beliefs actually mean something. I'm not going to get involved with that because that's a pyramid scheme. And then I ask them what's a pyramid scheme, and they go to Google and search it up because I didn't know what it meant and send me a screenshot. The definition of a pyramid scheme is a constant referral system where no product of intrinsic value is sold. It has nothing to do with the person above you getting paid. It's a constant referral system where no products of intrinsic value are being sold. Are we in a referral system? Yes. The same way I might refer. How do you think all businesses work? If you were selling shit fucking carpet and nobody referred you, how much carpet would you sell? None. What? So you got a good business, you sell good carpet and everyone refers you, now you're a fucking pyramid scheme? No, you're a good businessman. And it's the same as this, right? Although, when I was working in my 9 to 5, I seem to remember the more wheelbarrows I pushed, the more tired I got and the more my boss got paid, but not me. Fuck, I think I might have been in a pyramid scheme before I joined this marketing fucking business, okay? There's never been a fairer way to make money. With network marketing and with these products, the more products you sell, the more money you make. In fact, since about 3 months in this business, I've been earning more money than the person who referred me into the company because I make more sales. So it's not a pyramid scheme. If your worker goes and lays more tiles than you, is he going to make more money than you? No, because you're the owner of the company. You make more money, okay? Whereas Luke, if you go and sell fucking 4 more trifectas this month than I do, you're going to make more money than I do, even though I brought you into this company. Why? Because it's a fair fucking company and everyone gets a free crap. The only difference between me and somebody else is either the effort or some natural capabilities. But at the end of the day, the work you put in, the hustle and the sales you make are for you, for building your business and your future for you and your family long term. So I would say something similar to that, and then I'd share my screen and show them some things. So what I want to do here is I'm going to share my screen and show you guys some stuff. You've probably seen a lot of this. And it's 9 o'clock now, so some of you guys might want to jump off. Some of you might want to still make some money. So I'm going to show you some things here. So I'll make this a bit bigger. And I'll plus it in. All right, guys. So I'm going to educate you guys a little bit on the compensation plan because I know how important it is to understand this. You can't expect to move up through the ranks if you don't understand them yourself. Now, if you see here where I've highlighted 1A through to 6A, right? Now, as I say to everybody, my mission when you come into this team, and it doesn't matter who's you come under, you're part of my team, I'm here to help you. Even if you're outside of my team, you're in Paulie's team. If you reach out to me, I'm still going to help you because I love Team Alpha Omega. You want to get from 1A through to 6A, 12 months is a great amount of time to do it. If it takes you 3 years, it doesn't matter. Either way, when you're at 6A, you're earning at least 5 times more than what you're probably making at your current job. But it's good to have goals, right? If you don't have any goals and you're just like, well, fuck, I'll get there when I get there, you'll end up in the land of fucking nowhere, right? So why do we want to get to 6A? When you get to 6A, you are eligible for bonus points, educational bonuses, and you get a $3,000 bonus check. It gives you something to strive for, right? It's like a lot of people join karate. They don't care about karate. They just want to get a black belt. So they've achieved something. Some people are achievers. I know like Luke, I don't think he really even cares about the money now. He just loves making sales and getting emails saying, congratulations, you just made a sale. And he wants to get to 6A because it feels good. I remember seeing 6A and going, I don't even know what that fucking means, but I want to get there and get myself one of them certificates, which I got now. To get to 6A, you need to sell 101 units. Remember, there's 3.5 billion people on Facebook that we're advertising to. All 3.5 billion of them have one thing in common. Do you know what it is? What's that on the screen? I know. They drink water. They all drink water. Huh, fancy that. What are we selling? Fucking water machines. So they all need what we've got. 99.9% of those people who have got Facebook also don't earn the money they want to be earning. So we've got a very attractive offer for people. So to find 101 people isn't hard. Or to find 30 people who buy 3 machines each, which most people do. They get the trifecta. Or find 10 people and let those 10 people find 90 people, right? Whatever it is, because remember, you don't have to get here off your efforts alone. I probably got to 3A on my own efforts, and then the people in my team helped push me up to 6A. Teamwork, right? And it's in your coach's best interest that you do well, because if you're making sales, it's going to help them move up the ranks. Now, every time they move up a rank, they're going to get a little bit less and a little bit less of your commission, and you'll get more of it because your coach needs to be paid in the beginning because they're closing your sales, they're helping you write your ads, they're teaching you everything. It's only fair. Otherwise, why would they coach you? You'd be stuck doing it on your own. But as you move through the ranks and make sales, your coach is going to get less and less and less slices of the commission until eventually you're getting even more and you're doing it all basically on your own. You get to leverage the meetings, you still get to ask your coach for support, but chances are if you're at 6A, they're not closing sales for you anymore. Now, what business can you come into and straight off the bat, as a very beginner, when you haven't even got one sale, you can earn 340 or in Australia, 365 bucks per sale? What business? That is why I love this business. That's why I remember when I started in December or whatever it was, I made a sale and I seen 365 bucks go in my bank account. I was like, whoa, that's cool. I didn't even go to work and someone purchased that shit and got their forms in while I was asleep. It was that moment I knew I'd found something, right? Now, genuinely, we do sell the trifecta, which is the 2 machines and the pills. The reason why a lot of people choose to come in with this, they don't have to get this. They can just get one product if they want. But the reason why most people choose to get the trifecta is if they're going to get finance anyway, the difference between a trifecta and one product is like fucking maybe 50 bucks a week, if that. Is that about right, Safa? All right, it's about 50 bucks a week, which isn't much to some people, right? So they figure I might as well get a trifecta, so I've got a second machine to lend out to friends and family, and then I can build my business with the Ukon pills as well. Now, if you come in with a trifecta, it's also going to bump you up into that 2A lane, so you're earning twice as much per sale from the get-go, which is important, especially if you're running ads. When you're doing this organic, they don't teach you to sell trifectas, but they don't also have to pay for advertising, so they can afford to just sell 1K at a time. When you're paying for Facebook ads and Instagram ads, selling a trifecta helps you recoup some of that ad spend, and that's why we've been taught to do it that way. It also gives you a second machine to loan out as well. That being said, if you know somebody is not in the financial position to get a trifecta and can only afford to get one machine and the cheapest one, well, then that's all they get. Because you don't want to put someone in a position where they cannot afford fucking ads and they can't put food on the table for their first 2 months because they're going to be too stressed out, and that's not a good place to build a business on. All right. So that's a little bit of information there. Obviously, I'll go into more detail on the call. This is the good one here. Now, this is a career path, right? I came into this business not for a get rich quick, for long-term goals. Some of this stuff is 10, 15 years down the line, okay? This is why I'm here. This company's been around for 48 years, right? Maybe a little bit longer now. This is a long, rock-solid company. What company can you tell me has been around for 50 years and still going? These get-rich-quick schemes and these MLMs burn out very quickly, okay? Now, I think there's something like 1.5 million people in the world have got one of these machines. Every second house, I think, in Japan has them, or every fifth house and every second hospital in Japan. Japan's number one for longevity in the world. If the Japanese are using these in their hospitals, I think it's a good idea we have these in our home. Now, if you see here 6A, that's the first part of the career path we want you to get to. You get a $3,000 bonus, right? To get there, you needed to sell 101 machines between you and your team. I did it in 6 months. Abbas and Sapphire did it in about 7 or 8. Brent and Molly did it in 5 or 6 as well. If you do it in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, it doesn't matter, right? Because by the time you get to 6A, you're earning more than what you'd be earning in your current job. So if it takes you 5 years to be able to retire, is it worth it? Even if you haven't made a sale yet, but it takes you another 4 years to get to 6A, it's still worth it. Now, what happens after 6A? You just need 2 more people that you brought in to hit 6A, and you'll hit 6A too. You'll get a $6,000 bonus. I've got over $10,000 worth of bonus checks I haven't even collected yet from enagic that I need to go get. Like, this company looks after you so well. Think about your current job. What would you have to do for them to hand over $10,000 or $12,000 to you for a bonus for your efforts? I know what I would have had to have done to get that bonus, and I wasn't fucking doing that, I assure you. And now you can see the next rank after that is a 6A2-2, $12,000 bonus. And this is where I want you to look, 6A2-3. $25,000 bonus if you hit 6A2-3. If you hit 6A in 12 months, you should hit -3 in about 3 years if you continue at the same trajectory. Don't worry about this $5,000 monthly for life, right? But let's just say when you hit -3, $5,000 a month is peanuts, okay? You'll be earning more than that. And that's my job, and your job is to think long-term. Yes, okay, this machine is going to cost me $5,000, but look at the potential in 3 or 4 or 5 years' time. Think long-term. Entrepreneurs don't look at an opportunity from where they stand now. They look at an opportunity from where they'll be in 3 years if they continue to put in that effort, and where they don't want to be by not taking this chance. So yeah, that's what I really wanted to go over in relation to enagic with you guys. Sapphire, did you want to touch on something?
Something? Everything.
Touch
So
on.
I just wanted to tell you guys that enagic is actually the 10th most richest MLM. Well, it's not an MLM. It's actually like 10th most richest company in the world. The next Olympics is going to be sponsored by enagic. And if you guys don't know enagic, or if everyone's not going to know enagic, by 2020, everybody go know about enagic. And if you guys don't make a shit ton of money, my name is not Sapphire Al-Chami. You guys are going to make a shit ton of money as long as your mind's in the game. You guys will make a shit ton of money as long as you want it. Cool? So I just want to, again, I want to welcome the newbies, and I want to welcome everyone. Okay, you guys don't understand how much willpower it actually takes to come to a team meeting and hear people speak. It just goes to show how much you guys want to succeed. It's all literally into perspective with this. And there's so much different business opportunities on ACE alone, and enagic is the core offer. So you know we got your back when ACE has enagic and Amazon for you guys to make a shit ton of money. Okay? So I wanted to thank everyone who jumped on here. I'm thankful for enagic, because at the end of the day, had I not met Brody, have I not met David, had I not met any one of these people, I wouldn't be here where I am today. So I want to send gratitude out for you guys, because I wouldn't be speaking to a beautiful bunch of entrepreneurs had it not been for me, for Brody, for Brennan Molly, for David, Abbas, Des, Tori, and what's it called? Portly. So I wanted to touch upon the entrepreneurial struggle. Now, entrepreneurship is actually not for the faint-hearted. It's also not for the people who want a quick fix. It's also not for the people who are just looking for a right now. It's looking for a later. So don't worry about Mr. Right now. Listen to Mr. Right. You want to find Mr. Right, and entrepreneurship is all about that. You know, when you're an entrepreneur, unfortunately, what people get mixed up with is, yeah, you're going to make a lot of money. I'm going to make a lot of money straight out the gate. No, I wish it was that way. Entrepreneurship comes with a lot of sacrifice. The first 6 months of this business, Abbas and I didn't even watch TV. For entertainment, we used to watch training videos. And it's not hard to realize why we achieved 6A in 10 months. It's not hard to realize that. It's not hard to realize why we made so much sales straight off the bat. Within our first 12 months, we made 6 figures. It's not hard. And we replaced our full-time income 3 months in. It's not hard to realize it. It's because we wanted it, and we believe that we can do it. And we had a massive, strong why. Our why was literally because we wanted to be with our children. We wanted to raise them instead of our childcare educators. Funny, right? I was a childcare educator raising other kids, but yet other people were raising my kids. Didn't sit well with me. Okay? Energy transfer. Oh, wait, I'll continue with that entrepreneurial journey. So if you think entrepreneurship is all this way, don't kid yourself. Do not kid yourself if you think entrepreneurship is this way. Entrepreneurship is literally like this. Just when you think you have it, you don't. Just when you think you got it, you won't. Just when you think you succeeded, no. What that does is because you've put yourself in a place of self-discipline, then that's when you got it all. Entrepreneurship is all about growth. Entrepreneurship is all about, challenging yourself every single day. So I used this analogy in my Instagram story the other day, and you got a lot of interaction, and you guys can use it as well. When you're thirsty, what do you need? Water. When you're hungry, what do you need? Food. When you're tired, what do you need? Sleepy. You're sleepy. You want to sleep. But what if you're stuck? What do you need? What if you're stuck in life? What do you need? You need growth. When you're stuck in life, you need growth. When you don't know how, where, and what to go, when your life is as messy as a ball of yarn, you need growth and you need direction. And that's why a mentor and a leader, you need Safa, a leader is there for. So an entrepreneurial struggle, like it's literally called the entrepreneurial struggle, because just when you think that you got it, you don't. And that's what has to keep you going. If I told myself, I made myself a vow when I first jumped into this business, I will never give up. No way. You won't see this girl giving up. And I want you guys to vow to do the same. Do not give up. Under any circumstances, this is what you need. And this will put you on the position to where you want to go. Whether you want to be a motivational speaker, whether you want to make more money, whether you want to quit your full-time job, whether you want to be like Brody Nitro, whether you want to be a household name, whatever the case may be. Do not fail this, and this will not fail you. So vow right now, I will not give up. I want to hear the chat going off. I will not give up. Vow to yourself, I will not give up right now. I will not give up, because as an entrepreneur, it's hard. But if you vow to yourself right now that you will not give up, that's all that matters to you. And I want you guys to remember. Someone screenshot that freaking chat, because it's fucking going off right now. Someone screenshot that chat. Luke Falzone, snap, freaking video record that, because I want to remind every single person 12 months from now when they hit 682 and they help Brandon Molly, Abbas and Safa, Des and Brody all hit 682-2 and 682-3. I want everyone to vow that they're not going to give up, and I want people to remind ourselves, yeah, that's right, fucking dab on that shit. Okay? I will not give up, and so do you. I don't expect you guys to give up. Okay? Energy transfer. So it's no secret. You've heard me talk about this mumbo jumbo so much. When up here is clear, here is clear. How you make your life, what you make of your energy, is literally how you live your life and how you live your energy. So if your mental energy up here is like messed up, do you think your energy is going to be messed up? Yes. Do you think if your pathway is messed up and you don't know which direction you're going to go, do you think your energy is going to be messed up and not knowing where you're going to go? Yes. Align yourself on one path and everything will literally come to you. Okay? And if you don't know how to do that, please reach out to me and I can help you how to do that. Because when up here is messed up, everything around is like, it's just too overwhelming. Okay? You want to be able to straighten everything out up here. Okay, are you showing up as someone you want to be in your, are you showing up as someone that you want in your team? Do you want your team member to listen and watch Netflix instead of doing their training videos? If not, don't do it. Do you want to listen? Do you want one of your team members to wake up at 10, 11 a.m. in the morning and not do their training videos, not do that go live? No, don't do it. If you don't want people to do something, don't do it first. You lead by example with the energy that you bring without you realizing, before I even meet you, I feel your energy. It's no joke. Have you ever, someone will probably definitely understand this, Brody, when I was talking about, before you even say hello to someone, people say hello back because you're a figure of authority and people want to know who the hell you are because of your energy. It's attracting. Right, Brody? I can hear these nods. Yep, I'm like, yeah, I can see this. Do you think people can feel you before they can hear you? Absolutely. So why are you defying the energy around you into thinking that it has nothing to do with your business? Show up as someone that you want a part of your business. Show up as someone that you want to be around. Because if people know that you actually give a shit about them, people will actually give a shit about you. Okay? And and that's it. So does anyone have any questions for me? I can feel your heart and your presence. Yes.
Thank you, Safa. I appreciate you so much. All right, two things I want to do. Quickly, I want to share my screen. I want everybody to go to... I thought about this earlier. Oh, no, perfect. All right, so I want to make sure everybody is a part of this page, the Global Prosperity Movement. And if you scroll down a little bit, what you'll find here is this post. Now, there's plenty of them, but go have a look at this post by David Addison, and you will be able to read his view on all the different uses for the water. Good night's sleep, the eye wash, the grease in the eye, makeup remover, hot bath soak, allergies. There's so much, and I know there's 100 different ones of these, but I just wanted to show you guys. If you go here, laundry soap, ice cubes, how to soak your meat, fucking stains on clothes, clean the oven. These are all things that water can be doing. And the more things you use your machine to do, the more you're going to believe in this product. And the more you believe in this product, the more people are going to believe in you and actually invest in it. And when you understand how much this machine can do and that the amount of money you can actually save is less than what people would be paying in repayments to get, you can get into this business with zero money down, with very low monthly repayments, and your first 2 months waived because of the commission you made anyway. There's no other business where you're going to get that and possibly go and make 6 figures in your first year if you're any good at it. I want you to read that. And if you're not 100% on product knowledge, I want you to go to the files section here and look, specific Kangen water uses, germ elimination comparison, scientific research, concentration of hydrogen. Literally, you could become a scientist on alkaline water. That way, anytime someone tries to tell you some bullshit, you will have the answer. So I definitely recommend that you guys do that. I also wanted to share with you, just quickly, it's very important, I believe, that you guys begin to study. Let me find these notes here. The Ukon pills, right? All right. Okay. How do I look at this one? All right. Ukons are a natural inflammatory, a natural antibiotic, natural antiseptic. They speed up wound healing, improve digestion, a blood purifier, strengthen ligaments, skin tonic, improve asthma, slow progression of MS, helps prevent gas and bloating, lowers cholesterol, heals stomach ulcers, improves skin conditions, eczema, psoriasis, helps prevent, reduces side effects of chemotherapy, prevents progression of Alzheimer's, aids weight loss and metabolism. The Ukons have the most purest fortune in the world. They're actually made in Okinawa, Japan, using the 9.5 Kangen water. If you want to be able to sell these products, chances are you should become a professional in them. So what I do is I create lists like that, and then I record in my notes that information in my recorder, and then in the morning before I start my day, I play that stuff back to me. So before I started my day and got distracted by the world and the chaos, I've already learned about the products. And that's my suggestion to you today. So, Pete, if you want to earn what somebody else is earning, chances are you should do what those people are doing, right? You want to earn $50,000 a month? Ask somebody who's earning $50,000 a month. So I want to share with you guys how I start my day. Before I start my day, I listen to I am affirmations. It's the first thing I do. So I've recorded 10 minutes worth of I am statements. Now, for people who are brand new on this call, the reason why so many people are failing at life is because of the negative Nancy stories we tell ourselves. I am going to fail. Money's hard to come by. I can't do this. All the bullshit, right? So you need to retrain your thoughts by saying, I can do this. I am successful. Sales come to me easily. I'm attracting new enagic buyers every day. And record yourself saying that and listen to that every single morning, and you will retrain the neuronal clusters in your brain to fire and wire and create new thinking patterns that are then going to help you take different action. And you might think, what the fuck did you just say? Like I said, if you want to earn $50,000 a month, start taking advice from somebody who earns that on a bad month. Start days with I am affirmations. Then I listen to my sleep hypnosis audio, where I do a meditation, and I listen to my human optimization coach, which is Adrian. Then I listen to my Ukon and my product knowledge that I've recorded, just so when somebody asks me something, I've got the answer and I don't have to go ask my coach. I know it. I'm a professional. And you'll find when you actually study this shit and get better at it, you attract more sales to you anyway, because it's like the universe is going, oh, they are ready to have this big team because they know the information. Not I'll get the team and then I'll learn the information. It's the other way around. Then I clean my house. How can I fucking expect anyone to buy things off me if my house is a pigsty? And then I hydrate. I drink my Kangen water and I take 5 Ukon pills. If you're not drinking Kangen water and taking the pills, how do you expect anyone else to fucking buy them? If you jump on a call and you look fucking dehydrated, why is someone going to spend $5,000 on a water machine with you? Okay. The night prior, I write a list of at least 5 tasks that I know I have to get done the next day. And I do not stop the next day until they're finished. I cannot go to sleep without at least writing 5 big things that I know are going to change my life. So I write 5 things and I've got all tomorrow to get them done. That's it. That's my notes. That's the meeting pretty much over. Safa, did you have anything you needed to say? Go for it.
So if you have been introduced or invited into this team meeting by me or any of Team McCall or any one of the leaders, sorry if I lag. Am I lagging? No? Okay. If you have been, I did lag. Okay. Yep. So if you were introduced or if you were added or if you were invited to any one of into this team meeting by anyone, and you're ready to get yourself started and you're ready to start making some money and ready to start changing your life, reach out to me, reach out to anyone who's messaged you, and we'll literally send you the link to sign up right now. Success loves speed and success loves those who wait for no procrastination. I want to welcome you into my home, my heart, my family. This is my family, guys. We meet up every single Monday and we help people learn how to be entrepreneurs. So if you want to learn how to be an entrepreneur, this is where you want to be every Monday night at 8 p.m. That's all I wanted to say, Brody. Do you have anything else to say?
Yeah, it takes balls to do what we do. If you've got them, let's move. If you don't, move on.
That's it.
Much love, team.